So we were talking about Candyland. Great start to this category here. I'll go ahead and rattle off a few since I have more on my list, I think. This one's not just on Tubi. I discovered this on Found TV, but I discovered that it's also, or it should be on Tubi. I didn't check. It just said it was whenever I looked it up. Yeah, it's on here.
Yeah.
I found this on Found TV thanks to Mike and Serial. But I discovered that it's also on Tubi, and I think it's a really good, underrated sort of found footage film. But Mike, can you explain what a daruma is? Do you guys know a daruma?
No.
I will say it is a Japanese luck doll. And I only know this because of the movie. I was introduced to what darumas are because of this movie, and there's different colors that mean different things, but overall, darumas are dolls, Japanese dolls. And in this particular case, this is a black daruma doll that this man purchases from an antique shop, and we just kind of see his descent into madness, and we don't know if it's because of the doll, etc. But I absolutely love this movie. I also think it is a hidden gem. I too found this on Found TV. I did not know it was on Tubi, but I'm glad it is, because if people don't have access to Found TV or know of Found TV, at least they can find this movie here on Tubi. I love the Watts brothers. I got to interview them. They are awesome. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and there will be something else tied into this movie that will be coming out in the future.
Ooh, okay. As you can see, this is a daruma doll on the screen here. I highly recommend the Takashi Miike movie, As the Gods Will. It's not on Tubi, but it starts out with a super memorable scene featuring a daruma doll. Has anyone seen that, As the Gods Will? Oh yeah, check it out.
I think I've seen it on physical, but I didn't end up buying it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it a lot. All right, this is another hidden gem. I did not discover this on Tubi originally, but I was happy to see it's on Tubi now, and it's probably been on here for a while. And then I think it's controversial, because I originally gave this 1 star when I watched this the first time, and then the second time I gave it much higher because my appreciation for it grew, I guess. But here you go. Who has seen this beauty?
Slash?
No, but I've seen clips of it and I've wanted to see it.
Mike?
Isn't there like a water slide scene?
Yeah, it's dumb, but I didn't hate this movie. I don't know where I land on for myself, like if I would go and tell people it's a hidden gem, but I wouldn't not recommend it. Like it's in that cusp of, do I recommend it and tell people it's a hidden gem, or do I just say, you know what, I didn't have an awful time with this?
So my argument for it being a hidden gem is in the strictest definition of gem. It's a diamond in the rough. It's because it has a lot of interesting elements, which is water park slasher. That's pretty unique. We see water park scenes in lots of movies. I think there might be another water park slasher, but the extent that they go to in this movie is so extreme and memorable. It's only 72 minutes, which is great, but also it's directed by a French man, I think, and or maybe they're Canadian, but I think they're French, because I think it's supposed to be about American people, but the sensibilities, the writing is so strange. Like it doesn't sound like something Americans would say in a lot of cases, and some of the dynamics are kind of like not how it would be or something. So it seems just like That's why I call it a diamond in the rough, because it is so singular. It's like I think he's French. This French person directing this movie about American slasher, about American teens, that's supposed to be like a slasher. So I think it's very unique for that reason. But you haven't seen this, Sam? I'm surprised. I feel like it comes up a lot.
Yeah, I've seen a clip of it online and I've always been like, oh, I gotta watch that. And then I think someone told me it was bad. It might have been you the first time you watched it, but now I'm like rethinking maybe I gotta watch that come spring or summertime. I'm a mood watcher and a season watcher,
Yeah.
so it's not my time for that right now.
Yes. Yeah.
But it could be in
I
a
know,
few
yeah.
months.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty. It's got everything you need. A killer rig slides with razor blades. I think that's a brilliant idea. And I think it's executed so well in this movie. It's so outlandish. Okay. Anyway, has anyone seen? Oh, so there's 2 movies on Tubi called The Pool. I mean, I'm sure there's more than that, but there's 2 that I've seen called The Pool, and I think they would make a pretty good double feature. One is from Thailand, and it's a crocodile. I think it's a crocodile.
I've heard of this one.
Yeah.
Have you seen
it was
it?
on Shudder.
Okay. Yes, that's how I saw it originally. And in fact, this movie means a lot to me because it's the very first movie I ever wrote about from the Bitter Wolf's voice on my website back in 2020. So The Pool is a great movie. It's about, let me look it up here. Do you remember what it's about?
I don't recall if he worked there or not, but it's a guy in a pool area and he's stuck. Is he chained?
No.
Okay.
So what I think the context for this is there's this like Olympic-sized swimming pool, and it's right next to a crocodile farm in Thailand. And this guy is like a professional photographer, if I remember right, and he's doing the shoot in this swimming pool with this woman. So at some point, they're like relaxing in the pool, and they fall asleep or something and get just drained, and there's no way for them to get out. They get stuck in there, and then the crew goes out on holiday, so they're stuck in the pool. And basically the whole pool is this deep, so there's no way that they can just climb out easily. And then to make matters worse, there's like a storm in the crocodile farm. The crocodiles escape, and one of them gets into the pool with them. So it's a crocodile movie. So I recommend The Pool. I like it a lot.
It is definitely a hidden gem.
Yeah.
I don't think enough people talk about this movie. I think it's great. The only thing there's 2 things that are a little rough for me with this, but the story and the acting is so good that you can bypass that the alligator / crocodile, whichever one it is, looks like utter shit.
Well, hold on. I actually wrote about that in my Bitter Wolf article because I remember thinking like there's at least one shot where they actually use a real one, and it's immediately followed in the next shot by the horrible fake shit. So it just stands out so dramatically, and it doesn't make any bit of sense.
It's a very CGI creature. It looks bad, but it's a very good story that you kind of don't care. And then what I would say for anyone who does want to watch it, trigger warning for animal death.
Yeah.
And it was a little rough.
God.
Like, I usually don't get affected by animal deaths that much, but this one was a little rough.
Thank you for reminding me about that one. That one is pretty traumatic, actually.
So be prepared when you watch that movie.
I forgot about that. It's like, wow. Okay. The other one is, I don't know how to say it exactly, and I can't remember what country it's from. Let's see. No, that's not it. It's also The Pool. Oh, there it is. It's just The Pool. So this is it's Dutch. That's right. It's a Dutch horror film.
Oh, cool.
And this one's really, really interesting. It's like they go to this pool because they want to go camping as a family, or like it's like family and their family friends. They want to go camping together. And they camp out next to this pool in the middle of the forest to get away from all the tourists or whatever. And the pool starts to affect them in this weird way, and starts to influence them, and they start having all these crazy, horrific experiences next to this pool in the middle of the woods. It's pretty unique, actually. I thought it was pretty great. So I would recommend The Pool. All right. Someone else now. Whose turn is it?
I said
go.
Candyland already, so yeah, one
Yeah,
of you
Mike,
guys.
let's go for you.
I'll go ahead and go. So what I will kind of say, and again, going to reiterate that found footage is my favorite subgenre, and I think that's part of a reason why I love Tubi so much, and I will always jump back to Tubi because before Found TV, which amazing streaming service, I do love it, dedicated just to found footage, when we did not have things like Found TV, we had Tubi. And that was found footage in itself. When they're good, 90% of the time, they're going to be considered hidden gems because most people don't gravitate towards indie found footage. They usually go for the bigger names. So I will just say almost anything found footage that you find good is going to be a hidden gem on Tubi. For me, one that I originally found on Tubi, it will be on Found TV in December, but I always go up for this movie. It is one of my favorites. It is called Capture, Kill, Release. I think the acting is so well done in this movie. I think the topic is something that I think people should watch this for the topic alone because it is about a couple. It sounds outlandish at first, but then when you really get to the dynamics of the relationship, you realize that, oh, it's kind of a serious topical movie. But it's a couple found footage. They are basically recording the fact that they want to, as a couple, commit a murder. And then they're going through the motions of like how they're going to do this. And I won't even say who or what, but at some point in all of this, we find out that one of them really wants to do this. And the other one was, I think they were thinking it was more just like, oh, we're just saying this. And then when they realize that it's kind of a real thing, they start to slowly show that they want to back out, that they're not really into it. And you just then see a very toxic relationship unfold. I think for people in relationships, anyone who's been in a toxic relationship, you can really relate to a movie like this because you do see a lot of manipulation in this movie. There is some good gore effects in this movie for such a limited budget. There are some tense scenes. This is a movie that I will always recommend. And if it's not for you, that's fine, but I think it's still a good movie for anyone to watch.
Yeah, this is one that Mike introduced me to during the Horror Mosaic episode that I did with Mike over a year ago. And this is a great movie. Although another one we have to do the trigger warning for in terms of animals, I think.
Yes.
But the cover, also this could have qualified for cover art. This is a great cover for this movie. But great lead performances. I mean, I think they're literally the only people you see in this. Is that right?
I think there's one other, but for the most part, it's mostly just them. Like 98% of the movie.
Yes. And I really love what you said about found footage too, because Tubi was like a prime spot for discovering found footage before, of course, Found TV came along and lots of other platforms, but it still is a gold mine of found footage. And I had one found footage one on there, but I'm curious if it's on your list too. But let's go ahead and go to Brendan. Or have either of you seen this? I know you're not really big found footage fans.
No,
so-
I haven't seen it.
No, I've heard of it a couple times though. I'm adding it to my watch list now, actually.
Okay.
I do like the
This is
cover.
one you might like. Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you a fan of
Found
found
footage-
footage, Brendan? Sorry.
I'm not that huge onto it either.
Yeah, it's very hit or miss for me. Like I tried that. Was it Looky Loo that you guys were talking about? Yeah, I couldn't. I was just bored to tears. And I feel so bad saying that because I know so many people just love that. And I'm like, I don't get it. I even skipped ahead to see if anything more exciting happened. And I'm like, I just can't. I wish I could get into those movies and be like, really like be disturbed and understand the dread and all that. And I'm like, there's just not for me, unfortunately. But I'll try.
Well, no, another thing we say a lot is it's good to know yourself. And like whenever I was younger and I was getting into reading books and stuff, I thought I would have to read all of the classics no matter what. And so I remember I was sitting there reading Moby Dick and I was like, I actually legitimately really liked a lot of what I was reading. And then I hit this part where it was like this long ass 100-page long description of all the insides of the fish, of the whale, like very detailed anatomy. And I'm like, do I really have to sit here? Like, time is so damn short. And that was the day I realized you don't have to read and you don't have to enjoy everything. You can know exactly what you like and pursue it. So that's why we like having Sam, because Sam knows exactly what she likes better than anyone, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I went through that with Stephen King books. I tried so hard and I couldn't do it. Man's too descriptive.
Yeah.
I'll watch the
Okay.
movies.
Okay, Brendan, you want to take it away?
Yeah, sure. So I'm gonna go with Soul Station. This is the animated prequel film to Train to Busan.
Nice.
I feel like it doesn't get talked about at all, really, because Train to Busan is one of the largest zombie movies of all time now, and its poor attempt at a sequel has kind of diminished what I would think is a really good and gripping prequel, which is Soul Station. The animation, the effects, the gore are all fantastic in this movie. The voice acting is great, as well as the story is way darker than you think it would be for an animated film.
Yeah.
I remember the first time watching it, we got to the end and the sort of the twist reveal of what was going on with some of the characters. I was like, no way did they just do that. So I think Soul Station is an incredibly underrated gem, and I didn't know we could watch it on here until today. I think this is the only spot that it is streaming on.
That's fantastic. Great call. I hadn't seen this since it came out, and it is like for people who are huge fans of Train to Busan, I think it is like the best companion thing you can get for it. Much better than whatever that was, Peninsula.
Peninsula. Yeah.
Yes. But I also love here that, and I love that you brought up animation too, because we don't talk about that a lot in horror, at least not on a lot of the movie channels, I don't think. So this is fantastic. I also love these movie recommendations that came up on the side. Zombie Ass is probably one of the best titles too that should have gotten in the title section. What do y'all think? Have you seen Soul Station?
I just watched it this year for the first time during the 100 horror movies in 92 days. I can't remember if I saw it in August or September, but I just watched it for the first time this year, and I absolutely loved it. And it was very dark. Again, with Train to Busan, it is one of the best zombie films of all time, if not the best zombie film of all time. But it was very more emotional and heartfelt. And in this one, while there is emotion to it, it's very dark. And as you get closer to the end, it gets very dark. And I was not expecting to have that type of emotional reaction to what was happening either. But I think those both did a great job at really taking the zombie format and putting so much emotion behind it, depending on how you view it. I have not seen Peninsula, but I've heard that it's not the best.
The beginning of Peninsula is fantastic. It really captures the spirit of the first film, and then it goes Fast and the Furious, and it's no longer any good. But the beginning, like 15 minutes, the cold open is fantastic in Peninsula. I'll give it that.
Okay.
I will say you kind of accidentally sold this to me.
Oops.
I love cheesy Fast and the Furiousness in movies, so I may have to give Peninsula a watch.
Never would have watched it if it weren't for that description.
Well, there you go.
Like-
That's
I
how
like
I
it a
always
lot.
described it.
Well, maybe you'll discover a new hidden gem for Mike. That's good. Maybe it's Peninsula. Is Peninsula on here, by the way? But I don't think
Yeah,
Sam
I
likes
don't know.
Soul Station. Is that right?
No, it's animated, so
Yeah.
it's you know me.
Sam hasn't
Wait
even
just
tried
a
it.
damn minute.
I
I
know
see
me.
some movies on here I need to watch. Mardi Gras Massacre,
It's not good.
Ski School.
Ski school.
Ski school.
That
She's
was great.
skiing all right in that little.
See, I think
bikini.
another great category of cover art is chesticles. Like I think it's really good whenever you can have something like Piranha 3D. Sleepaway Camp 3, I think, is one where she's got the knife with the guy's face reflected and she's looking really good. So like
Sex sells.
Yeah, it definitely
Yeah,
grabs the male
there's
attention.
a whole bunch of those. Okay. What are we at? Oh my god. I don't know what my definition of hidden gem is. Has anyone seen this? Axe Giant,
No.
The Wrath of Paul
No.
Bunyan.
I feel like you told us about this movie.
Did I? I don't know. I think it's hilarious. I really do. Like the writing, it's very self-aware, but not overly so. The Axe Giant himself, I think he looks great. The characters, it's like a group of miscreants or something, kids who get in trouble at school. They have to go out into the woods and learn independence or something. And while they're out there, they get attacked by Paul Bunyan.
I love that.
So it's pretty fun. I don't think I'd initially discovered it on Tubi, but it is on there. Ooh, Boar. Okay.
I don't know if I just discovered it on Tubi. I think I did. And that the music threw me off. But yeah, it was interesting learning about how she came to be, how she got her outfit, like just about her in the 50s. And she was
Ooh.
like the original goth queen, scream queen.
Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know this documentary existed. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, me
interesting.
either. And I love her. I did not know this has existed, so I will be writing that down too.
Yeah, it's an interesting watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I watched some of it with you too. I
Mhm.
thought it was really good.
I need to watch more documentaries. Like I have to get into Kicks where I watch documentaries, and then that's like all I watch for a long time. I get obsessed with it. And then like the last time I got obsessed with it was with Into the Darkness or whatever. But then I just get overwhelmed and can't watch them again for a long time, I think. But this, yeah, I'll definitely watch this. This is great. I love Vampira. And looks like they got some other Billy the Kid versus Dracula. I was just camped out next to Billy the Kid's gravesite a few weeks ago, actually, in New Mexico. The Naked Witch. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Brendan?
Let's see. We can go with this is like an introductory level. I'm gonna go animated again, just because I haven't seen this since grade 8. I don't know when the last time I saw this was, but has anybody heard of Happy Tree Friends?
Happy Tree
Happy
Friends?
Happy Tree Friends?
No, I don't think so. Let me see.
Okay, so this is a web series that was. Yep, that's it there. This is a web series that was a mix between Looney Tunes and extreme levels of gore.
Wow.
So these little woodland creatures would find themselves in all kinds of random situations where they would disembowel or have crazy accidents where it would leave them incredibly damaged. So
Wow.
yeah, we used to watch this all the time. I think it only says there's one season, but
2005. Yeah.
there's so many of these episodes out there, and eventually you'll grow to know different characters have different like personalities and quirks. Like there's a war driven, like he's has PTSD, and whenever he gets into his PTSD he kills all of his friends by accident. Or there's a handyman and there's a dad and his son, and he accidentally always ends up killing his little bear cub son. And there's a handyman who always tries to fix things but ends up killing his customers. There's no like vocals, like they just make little funny noises and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
they're incredibly fun watches, and they're incredibly short. So, and they're fun. They're full of gore and stuff. It's really funny and entertaining.
All right. That's definitely a hidden gem, because I would never, ever, as a horror fan, scroll across this and say, that's what I'm watching right now.
No.
It's not like, it's just really gory and it's funny. So
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's definitely like just throw one on just for fun, and if you like it, there's lots of episodes. I think it doesn't say how many there are in season 1, but I think there's a website dedicated to them. Yeah, they're
That's
wild.
awesome.
13 episodes on here.
Okay.
There's a
Have you seen this,
website,
Mike?
and there's a few.
I'm gonna feed them. You guys can continue, okay?
Have you ever heard of this, Mike?
No. And like you said, if I would have been scrolling, I would have just bypassed it because nothing about this screamed horror to me.
Except there's a little skull on the front. It's very
And I would have bypassed that.
subtle.
Like,
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I see that it says horror is like the #1 tag on it. It's the first tag. But
Yeah.
I would have just kept scrolling. But now I'm like, all right, I'm adding this. I'm going to check this show out.
You know what is a really good underrated horror show is that's also animation, done by Genndy Tartakovsky, who did Dexter's Laboratory and Samurai Jack. Is what's it called? Oh no, I can't remember. It's about a like a caveman and his T-Rex. And it's about them surviving in this prehistoric world together, and it's extremely gory and violent, and it's brilliant. But it's just about their friendship. And the T-Rex's name is Fang, I think. I wrote about this in one of the first articles I ever wrote about horror. What was it called? Hold on. Because if that's on Tubi, you have to watch that.
Okay.
Primal.
I
Let's
don't
see if
Never
it's
heard
on
of that one.
Tubi. It's not on Tubi. I think there's 2 seasons, and they just announced the season 3 after a long time of the show being over. But that's what it looks like. Primal. Yeah. It's a really good show. Like every episode they're facing, it's kind of like one of those villain a week type things, but it's a different danger in this prehistoric world. So they got to face like a giant gorilla. They got to face like bigger dinosaurs, humans, things like that. But the the battle sequences are so elaborate and so great, and the animation is brilliant. Their friendship so the show is really heartfelt too, because it's like they are two characters who don't want to have anything to do with others. They don't want any friends, kind of like the Bitter Wolf in that way. But they're kind of like reluctant friends because they're relying upon each other for survival. So it's a great show. And I think it ended in like 2020. It's been gone for a long time, and then they announced the season 3 not too long ago. So
Cool. I'll check it out. I like the cover.
yeah, it's great. Okay. Ooh, I don't know how. I'm sure Mike has seen this, but I'm not sure if you've seen this, Brendan. Not Good Boy, the dog movie, the real dog movie. I mean, the other Good Boy.
Oh yeah, I have not seen it, but I've seen it all over Tubi, and I've heard people talk about it. I like that cover art.
Yeah, me too. Have you seen this, Brendan?
No, I haven't.
This is better than even though I think I rated Good Boy higher just because I thought the dog was so cute. Mike was quite vicious about he doesn't care how cute dogs are. He's cruel, heartless. But this one is better. This is a better movie, I think. It's more disturbing. I think it's not as disturbing as some people think, because I think part of what's supposed to be disturbing for some people is the kink aspect of this. So there might be a kink shaming aspect going on here. But in terms of just like enjoyment of this film, I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about this movie, and same thing. I've heard a lot of people call it super disturbing, and when I kind of found out what it was about, I'm like, same thing, where I'm like, is it disturbing, or are more vanilla people watching?
There's because there's twists that are going on, so there is an element that it's not as like on the surface you might think that it's just offensive kink shaming.
I
But
already know that I like this more than that other movie.
yeah. Did you guys like Good Boy?
I didn't watch it. I refuse.
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay. Any other gems you got there, Sam or Brendan?
It's really hard to say if it's like I don't know, because I didn't really discover some of these. I just wrote down movies I liked on Tubi, but I don't know if I discovered really any of mine on Tubi. What about you?
Well,
But
I
it
didn't
could be
either,
that
but they're on Tubi.
someone else discovers it, and it's a hidden gem to them.
I'll bring this one up because I don't feel like it's talked about anymore enough. But Starry Eyes, that one was talked about before more, I feel like, and now I never hear anyone bring it up. And I really, really like Starry Eyes. I think we have the vinyl too.
We do have the vinyl, actually.
Yeah,
we do.
Yeah, but this movie's really good. It's just about how far you'll go in Hollywood to make it. And there's a really brutal kill scene at the end that I love a good visceral stabbing scene, like a massacre. So I really enjoy this movie. Some good body
This
horror
is a
too.
great one, Sam. I call this a hidden gem because I don't hear people talk about this as much. Like I do feel like they did earlier whenever it first came out. But I think it is due for a revival. And I actually watched this for the first time around the time that Maxine came out. And I thought that they're very similar. There's a lot of crossover between the two characters and what they're commenting on in terms of the stories and Hollywood and things. I thought Starry Eyes went much harder than Maxine. And I think the story is more interesting. I think Alex Essa is better in her portrayal here. I just think it goes harder in every way. It's kind of more of a body horror, and it's just so underrated. Thank you for calling that out. That's a true hidden gem.
Yeah, I still have yet to see this movie, so I've heard of it a lot, but I did write it down still because I need to keep reminding myself to watch it.
Yeah, let me know if you do.
Will do.
Have you seen it, Brenda?
Oh yeah, I think I bought it and then we watched it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, I love the cover art. That's another. This is a cover art movie
Yeah.
as well that just draws you in.
Mhm.
Ooh, she's so good. She's so underrated in horror. Like you don't hear her talked about as much. I feel like there was a time where you heard her talked about more, but she's even in things like The Pope's Exorcist. You know, I'm
Mhm.
like Alex Essa. I can't believe it.
That new one coming out, Pitfall, with Richard Harmon that we just watched for that film
Ooh.
festival.
Yep.
She's going to be in it, and that's like a backwoods slasher survival film.
Ooh,
Ooh.
nice. Good category of film there. And Richard Harmon. I love Richard Harmon.
Me too.
That's
So
like one
cool.
of the best. One of the best. Like up and. Is he up and coming? Do you consider him up and coming? I
I
love
feel
that.
like, yeah, I would say so, especially after Final Destination. He got so much love after that movie, right?
Yeah, that was great. I'm a huge Bloodlines fan. All right, Starry Eyes, great call. Brendan, you got one?
Yeah, I'll throw out one more, and I'm gonna throw out The Hollow. I believe this is
What was it
Irish
again?
folk.
Sorry.
The Hollow.
Oh, The Hollow. Sorry.
I believe it's Irish
Yes.
folklore.
Wait,
Another
which one?
Yep.
Are they the same?
No, the one on the left. Yep. The
Okay.
first one there. It's got a really good cover art as well.
Yeah, that's the Irish one. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this one's a really well done film as well. We have a different cover over here actually. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
yeah. You did watch this one with me.
Yeah, I think I kind of remember.
Yeah, it's got like kind of like a changeling kind of
Yes.
thing going on, as well as like little creatures that eat children. So it's a really cool. I love folklore horror, so this one was definitely a surprise for me when I picked it up from Scream Factory, and then I saw that it was on here, and I think this one deserves some more attention.
This is a good one. Yeah. Did you see this, Mike?
I have not seen this one. It always pops up towards the top of my Tubi list. I always bypass it because something about it, like just from the cover for me of the one that we have, I'm just like, I feel like I want to take the chance on it, but it doesn't look great. But now I have it written down, so I'll go ahead and give it a watch.
Okay.
Yeah, did you like it?
I don't remember it, to be honest, so probably not that much.
Oh.
I just don't think it's my jam.
I love Irish movies about creatures in the woods, and I feel like there's a lot of them to get your hands on. This is one of them. But because of that, I also feel like a lot of them blend together for me. And so I have to start watching it before I remember exactly which one it is. But I think was it Uninvited? Did you see that one, the Irish one, about the red caps?
No.
Ooh, I recommend that one too. That's a good one. But it's about little creatures in the woods. The red caps.
Okay.
It has what's his name from Game of Thrones? Nandor. Nandor. Why did I say Nandor? What was his name? Hodor. I said it because the actor's name is Christian Nairn, and his name was Hodor in the show. So I put them together.
Mix them together.
Oh man. Oh, has anyone seen Trophy Heads?
Oh, we own it and have it signed by Michelle Bauer, I believe.
You do?
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah, we haven't watched it yet.
Oh man.
It's been on my watch list for a while.
This is Full Moon Features. I think it was directed by Charles Band, actually, himself. But it came out when did it come out? 10 years ago, it looks like. But it's got Linnea Quigley, Michelle Bauer. It's got who else is in there now? I can't. Brink Stevens.
Mhm.
All kinds of people are in this movie, and Stuart Gordon is in this movie.
I wanted to buy this movie for years, and then it wasn't on Amazon. They didn't have any copies. And then we went to a convention, and Michelle Bauer was there, and she had a copy, like copies of it. I was like, yes, give it
It's
to
so
me.
good. It's like this dude is obsessed with full moon features and the Scream Queens, and so he kidnaps them and forces them to go through their on-screen deaths in those movies. I highly recommend Trophy Heads. Okay, Mike, you want to point out any other gems?
Yeah, I'll go back into the found footage sphere of, again, that's, to be honest, Tubi is where, when I started getting back into found footage and horror and just like consistently watching it, Tubi is where I watched a majority of my found footage films that I did see. Again, in the found footage community, these wouldn't be considered hidden gems because these are towards the top, but in horror, they would still be considered hidden gems. Things like Final Prayer, aka Borderlands, which to me has one of the best endings of a movie. I absolutely love this movie. There's movies like I Blame Society that I found, Ganjiam Haunted Asylum. But Final Prayer, this to me is a must watch. Again, I think this also takes place in either Ireland or the UK.
Okay.
Or England, the UK is all of it. And it is basically a Catholic priest, a former Catholic exorcist, as well as like a, not news reporter, but just a cameraman. They've been told about a miracle that happened at one of the churches in a remote location. So they have to go and see if it was really a miracle or not. And then it just really goes from there. And for anybody who either is still religious or came from a religious background, I think this is a great movie to watch. As much as whatever your feelings are about church, I come from a former religious background, and this movie is one of my favorites because of that tie-in. Yeah, Tubi for me, and found footage, hidden gems all around. Anything you can find on Tubi regarding found footage is a hidden gem in my eyes.
Okay, great. Yes, there's so many to discover on there. I personally really like religious horror, and I really like found footage religious horror. I mean, not as a rule, because not all of it's good, but whenever I like it, it really hits me hard because of the religious connection. Oh, there's one I wanted to show, which is, I've talked about it before, but I discovered it's actually on here. Holy shit. So I think I talked about this in Sick Shit episode, but this is about the guy who gets stuck in the outhouse. And so it's kind of a single location. For the most part, it's a single location movie. But it's about him trying to get out. How did he get in there, and how can he get out of there? But it's a German film. It's very funny. It's got really good character development, and good acting, and it's gross, of course. I think it's a great little movie. Holy shit! All right, back to Sam and Brendan. Any others for you?
I will just bring up. I'll bring up The Sand. I love The Sand, and it's genuinely really funny. Like, I was laughing my butt off when I watched it. I really wanted to show it to Brendan this summer, and we just never got to it. So it's happening this coming year.
Great. I love The Sand.
It's fun.
Wait, so Brendan hasn't seen it yet? Is that what you said?
No.
Yeah,
we will not discuss what is happening.
I've seen clips of it online,
Okay.
but I've never actually sat down and watched the whole movie.
Okay. Mike, have you seen it?
Same, where I have seen clips. that have made me want to watch this movie just to see the context of what I've seen online.
Seeing the clips online is what made me watch it as well, and I would genuinely went into it thinking this is going to be terrible. Like I don't know, and I left very pleasantly surprised with how much I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you picked it, because this is actually, now that you're bringing it up, this is actually one of the first movies I watched on Tubi.
Okay.
'Cause I started it whenever I came back from Vietnam. I remember sitting there watching it at my sister's house and being like, this movie is so much fun. And I actually wrote it down when I was starting The Bitter Wolf as one of the movies I wanted to write about, and I never did. So I need to, but I've seen it like several times. I don't rewatch movies a lot, but this is one that I've rewatched maybe 2 or 3 times. And yeah, it's really funny. The characters are really enjoyable. I won't say the stuff that happens exactly, but I do have to say, there's one character who gets stuck inside of something and
Yes,
is in
I'm
there
thinking
for a lot of the movie, and it's
yeah.
absolutely hysterical.
I wanted to say something too. I'm like, nope, gonna keep it to myself.
I won't say what it is or anything, but it's really funny. Okay. The Sand, good call.
Yeah, only an hour
Evan?
25 too. Nice and tight.
Yeah.
I'll go with Nefarious. I think Nefarious is an interesting discussion piece film. I know Sam wasn't huge on the movie, but it's a good religious horror debate, whether or not he's actually debating with a demon or if he's just debating with a incredibly smart psychopath who has done his research before getting into prison. Yeah, and I was fully engaged for the whole hour and 38 minutes.
While it wasn't for me, it was interesting, but it is all dialogue. Like
Mhm.
it's a full-on dialogue movie. So if you're into that.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard of this. Did you see this movie, Mike?
I didn't see it. I did hear of it, and I almost went to see it in theaters. I had my ticket ready to go, and then I just kind of looked it up, and when the things I saw people say about it, I immediately canceled my ticket, and I was like, you know what? I'll just wait. I'll wait, and then I never got to it.
Wow. Okay. You don't remember why?
It was more so just people's idea of religion and how they felt if this was religious propaganda or not.
Mhm.
Like it was the back and forth of no, this is what they were trying to do, and then other people saying no, this is how we viewed it, and it was too much. Where I'm like, I'm not in the headspace to decide which one this is or isn't, so I'm gonna pass.
I see. So there is a very small, I think this happens occasionally with religious horror, and it's an interesting topic to explore at some point, but occasionally there are like production companies that are run by religious extremists that we're talking, who have like a propaganda intention, you know, and there's like well-known companies that have that purpose. So I think in that sort of case, it's pretty easy to look up the people who are involved and see if that's their purpose or not. Because there is a fine line with religious horror whenever you're talking about, are we examining these issues, or are we saying like, are we trying to convert you? You know, so that's interesting. And then there's still things like that are harmless messaging, like religious messaging, for example, that like for The Exorcist or something, for example, which might be the power of Christ compels you. So Jesus Christ saves the day, you know, and that's, to me, that's kind of harmless because it's not like actively trying to impose something on you, but gives you something to think about. So that's interesting. I'm curious about that now. Because there was one I saw one time. I think Angel Studios is the name of one of those companies that does that. I was watching this like disaster movies. Disaster movies, it happens a lot with them too. But in this one in particular, they were having this discussion in the car, and it was like, "Oh, son, the world's about to end. So if you don't accept Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, you're gonna wind up in hell." And I was like, "That's very specific." That's. And then I looked up the production company, and it was them, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So it's one of those. So anyway, that's just I'll cut some of that out because it's just a long rant.
I got stopped in the mall today. Some guy asked me if I wanted to learn the message of Jesus Christ and asked if I wanted to go to church for all the holidays.
Oh,
You said no?
what'd you say?
I just said no, thank you, and I continued walking. I forgot to tell you that.
We're more aggressive in the South. Like when I was I go to New Orleans. Like if you go on Bourbon Street, there's always people out there who are protesting with their crosses and stuff, and they're like, "You're going to hell." And but one of the funniest moments ever, I was like trashed. I was like 18 or something, and I was bumbling around on Bourbon Street, and this guy pulls me aside and he says, he's got a cross, and he's like, "What's your name, child?" And I was like, "Isaiah," and he goes, "Oh, you're okay." And then he let me.
I love that.
I was like,
That's
"You don't even know."
hilarious.
But yes, maybe he was nefarious. We don't know. All right, Mike, you got. Oh, let me do a few more of these because I have too many on my list here. Then we'll go back to Mike. Dumplings. Has anyone seen Dumplings?
Oh, I've heard about it.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, I think it's on my watch list.
Yeah, Mike, did you see it?
No, it's on my list. I thought I had to watch another movie before I watched that one, but I found out that people said even though this comes from a horror anthology that came before it, you don't have to watch it to watch this movie. So I'll be giving it a watch soon.
Yeah, it's great, and it has. I think it won a couple of the Academy Awards. I think it's a Chinese film. And I think it won a couple of their Academy Awards that they have. Oh, it's from Hong Kong, maybe. But it stars Bai Ling, who is just such a good, talented actor. She was also in Exorcism at 60,000 feet. But she's amazing. And follow her on Instagram too. She's got like one of the most entertaining and captivating Instagrams. I think she's just like super entertaining. Dumplings, yeah, check it out. Do you know what it's about?
Nope.
Good. Okay.
Roughly.
Go in as blind as you can, I would say. The sound design in this movie is what makes it so memorable beyond the acting of the two leads in the movie. Okay, Mike, you got any others?
The last one I'll bring up, I didn't discover it on Tubi, but it's still a hidden gem in my eyes. The Coffee Table, Spanish language film. Yes. So wild, and I know there are a lot of people. They were telling me I need to watch it because I have traumatized a lot of people with my movie recommendations. And I think some people wanted to traumatize me back, and they were completely upset that this did not traumatize me. I was cracking up throughout this entire movie. I think I'm one of the few people that really understood early on that it's a horror comedy. And I thought it was brilliant. I think it's one of the best movies that have come out in a long time for a dark horror comedy. They push the envelope, and not even in the things that people think they push the envelope on. I think there's another sub area that they kind of like tried to touch on when it came to one of their younger neighbors. I thought that was a little pushing there too, but everything, the way it just ultimately came together, especially towards the end, but you get what's going on very early in the story, so it really keeps up that level of tension throughout the whole movie because you're just waiting for everyone to be in on what's happening, or if they don't. But I just thought this was super hilarious, super tense. I love this movie.
Yes, it's hilarious and it is a great movie. I liked it better because I went in thinking I had heard so many people being like it's the most disturbing film of all time, and it's not that at all. Whenever I realized, and you can realize it very early on in the movie that it's going to be a horror comedy. Um, it's really fun to watch. Yeah, I love that. Did you guys like the coffee table?
He hasn't
I haven't
seen
seen
it.
it yet.
I
Oh,
was an
okay.
anxious mess the entire movie.
Yeah, no. Don't get me wrong. I think it's definitely
Oh, it was tense.
anxiety inducing.
Yeah, that's gonna happen soon. We're gonna watch that soon too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
And
movies.
she made me watch.
I love anxiety inducing movies right now for some reason. Like, and that's a really good one for that reason. Also, there was another one that had some anxiety. For some reason, when you said the coffee table, I also thought of Crumb Catcher. Did anyone see that one?
I haven't seen that one.
I think it's on Tubi now too. Actually, I saw it on Shudder though originally. It's not that good, but there is some tension and there's really captivating lead performances in it. It's kind of predictable, but I think it's still worth watching actually if it's on Tubi. Yeah, it is. Crumb Catcher. Hour and 43 minutes, but it actually goes by faster than that. I think it's well paced, well acted. The story is just kind of whatever, but I think it's good.
Okay.
Let's see. Are there any others I have to show on here? Rabid Grannies. Everyone needs to watch Rabid Grannies if you've never seen it.
Who recommended this movie to us? Was it Bo?
I don't know.
I've heard of this movie.
Might be me. I do end up bringing it up a lot.
Yeah.
I love Rabid Grannies. It's hilarious. The lead stars of this, I think it might be Trauma, but even if you don't like Trauma, I think this is not exactly typical for them, and it's British humor, a lot of British humor, but the lead grannies are absolutely hysterical, and there's a lot of Evil Dead vibes in the practical effects and in the humor too. So it's like a horrible rich family gathering together, and the grannies hate them, so they want to disinherit them, and then they want to kill them by getting possessed. Like they willingly possess themselves with demons in order to kill them. So it's great. It's a good category. Another category I love is like, let's fuck up rich people. And so Society, Rabid Grannies, let's get more of that type of movie out there.